we are going to do a little something different. We want to review kind of the 2019 trends.
Yeah, like some of the top trends from this year.
Thoughts, comments, concerns. Should we get started?
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh, the Ombre.
Yeah.
You say that like a prune. Ombre. I actually like it. I like it.
The French ombre, it's beautiful. It's classic. It's kind of a twist on a classic, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it better than a French. At first, I did not like it, which, you know, is not shocking because most trends come out and I go, hate it. I don't like it. But for me, I definitely would incorporate it into the salon. However, I would do it with an airbrush and make my life easier.
Similar kind of brings us into our next. We feel like nudes and neons were huge in 2019.
And I actually really love it.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I absolutely love nudes and neons. I love nude nails in general. And I love neon colors. So put them together.
We have a little baby and it makes a neon ombre.
Yes.
I think airbrush would make your life easy when it comes to this stuff because most clients probably are not going to maintain. I could see them maintaining the ombre, but a neon ombre probably not so much. So if it's topical, it's going to make your life easier.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of airbrush.
I love airbrushing.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about it. Airbrush, I know people were like, it's old school. What if it's old school and it works, people? Let's do it.
I feel like it came back hard this year.
Yeah.
Where I really feel like it was like a relevant to 2019 type trend.
Yeah.
Some of these other ones, of course, we've seen in and out for, you know, years. They kind of stick around. The airbrush, for me, I really felt like made a comeback this year. All fashion cycles. So it makes sense. I heard recently that low-rise jeans are coming back.
No.
No. But for this,
some things need to die.
Yeah, but so with me, the airbrush, it worked. I really liked the designs that you could come up with the airbrush.
Yeah.
Once you get it down, it's huge to have in addition to designs, and it's just like you said, you know, you don't think about it, and a lot of the time people do want to change every 2 weeks. So rather than doing something that's in the nail, that's quick, topical, they can take it off next time. Cow print.
Bless your heart, Kylie Jenner. I like her version of it.
You like this one?
Yes.
This was from Queen Catherine Nails, our brand ambassador.
I just look at it this way. Animal print's always hot.
Yeah.
I would never wear cow print. Just not my thing. And I'm from Reading. I'm from Reading. I mean, come on, you're from Chico.
Yeah.
But I do love what she did here. I like the matte version of it. It isn't so like, hey, y'all, it's cow. So that's my thoughts.
Yeah. I really love this, the little pop of it, and kind of a twist on traditional. I feel like full cow print might be a bit overwhelming. Like
a little much.
Yeah.
Just because a celebrity does it doesn't mean you need to. But if you wear what you love, people. Wear what you love.
A chrome. In general, I mean, chrome's been around for, you know, a while in lots of variances, but I love it. I always love chrome.
I have mixed feelings about chrome. First of all, it took on a unicorn tone this year. I hate unicorn look. But it's beautiful, right? It really, when it's done well, it's very beautiful. But I think there's what people were not doing is they were not charging enough for it because chrome, you better have that nail flawless or everything's going to show.
Right.
So mixed relationship with this one.
This one's
we're on speaking terms. But that's about it.
Dimensional nails.
Oh. Now this has been around for a long time. However, it's kind of like the airbrushing was in, it was out, like mylar glitter, confettis, like it was. I called it the kitchen sink nail, and then it kind of faded. Like mylar just kind of died down, and noticed it maybe, you know, a couple years, but this year especially, like the dimensional jewel look has really taken off, and I am a huge fan of it. This set by Melissa is just, it's crazy the dimension you can get in the look. It's fun actually because I'm very much about topical things, but this is all encased. But if you know how to maintain it or change it up, it can definitely last you a lot longer. And it's just fun getting that look. Like it's a challenge a little bit, and it's so artistic without having to draw.
Without having to draw. Yeah, I mean, the one-dimensional nails that Melissa had done, she wore herself for several months, and she just kept adding to them. And so you definitely can. And I just think that I love dimensional nails. I think they're gorgeous. I love to wear them. It's a little bit of work to do them. So charge. That's the biggest thing for that. Dimensional nails they don't look cheap, and they are not cheap. Okay, we're going to take it back to summertime. The fruit nails.
Hated it. Another thing that kind of came back, made and the cane nails. I hated them back then. I hated them now. This is a beautiful set. However, I just personally am like, I really don't want fruit in my nails. But that's just a personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. I liked them. I liked the look of them. I think they're fun. They are kind of a pain to work with, so that factors in. Like, even I know sometimes you have to cut your own.
Yeah, you gotta slice.
It's like, and
I can't see, so it'd be like a chunk.
Yeah, so it's just very time consuming, and I know that sometimes the clays can eat down your bits as well, so
you gotta think about that.
Yeah, I mean, they're really cute. This set in particular is gorgeous.
It makes me want to drink. We really thought we wanted to do wine during this thing.
Maybe next time.
Maybe. Comment
Below.
Tell them that we should be able to drink. I will say, I think they have come out with something like the stickers that look like that.
Oh.
So they're not the canes.
So a little bit,
that might be easier.
Yeah. Oh, we got one more throwback. The milk bath. How'd you feel about the milk bath?
I didn't like it.
I don't like it.
It was growing on me. I will say that. It was growing on me. I did a set on you because I was forced. Because I don't know about, hey, there's a milk bath, let's put it on my nail. But it is pretty. I will have to admit, it did grow on me, and I think with it incorporated with that kind of ombre, so it wasn't all of them, the milk bath. Dry flowers can be difficult to work with, so it definitely I probably would have incorporated it, but I would have charged a lot.
I thought they were pretty, like the trend, and especially like you said with these ones with the ombre. I actually really loved them when we were done. I'm just so curious as to who started it. Like, where did we decide?
What were you doing in that very moment? And you're like, you know what? This is a nail.
Yeah.
But half of the nails are like that. I'm like, where did this come from?
Yeah, that was my big curiosity out of it. Like, because it did turn out really cool, but I'm like, how did you think to do that? You know, so if you guys started the trend, let us know. So I want to know.
They're all inspiration.
This one is a little more current. The bubble trend, the dragon scale, whatever you want to call it.
It grew on me. It did. I think if you're going for that dragon look, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's very cool. And Monica did a beautiful version of it. And again, I think this is one of those trends that I don't mind one or two of.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can. I have a texture problem.
Yeah.
So anything on top of the nail, it drives me crazy. So mixed feelings. I ended up liking it.
I actually really like texture, so I loved the bubble trend, and especially because it was like over the chromes and the pigments. Right. So it really did give that cool kind of iridescent, like almost dimensional look.
Yeah, and I think if you're going for that Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I saw some really cool like dragon ones. Like Camilla, I think, did some dragon ones where she had the eye, and so those ones.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
So good for whoever decided to stick their finger in a bubble.
Last but not least, the 3D French.
No. It's beautiful. It's very time consuming. Unless someone has figured out a way of taking the time down on this way a lot. You couldn't, for me, I couldn't just charge per color.
Right.
Because you got to define that line, each one that you're going.
Yeah.
For the time it would take, and the look that you get, again, the look is beautiful, but I think I probably wouldn't offer it, but I do love the look of it, and I appreciate the people that are willing to have that patience.
Yeah, that looks cool. And I mean, the way Greg did it, I think was probably the most time efficient that you could with like the clear sculptor instead of using acrylics, then you didn't have to wait for it to dry.
Right.
But I mean, even doing one smile line is kind of difficult, like to get it sharp and even.
Like, I hate French. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do
3 more times on each nail.
I really want to be put.
Yeah, and I'm like, imagine
drive myself crazy.
What if what if you're doing all 10? You have 3 smile lines on all 10 nails, like.
Just say no, people.
Oh man,
just
yeah,
no.
it's cool. Again, I'm very curious as to who started it because I'm like, what? Like, but it's very pretty, very original. I just wouldn't have done that because kind of the same thing. You couldn't really pay me enough to make it worth my time.
Yeah, this is the fun thing about trends is like you don't have to incorporate every single one of them into your salon. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, well, and you never know what a client's going to bring in.
Right, yeah.
So.
You don't have to be kind of prepared for what is, if you don't want to do it, like me not wanting to do the 3D French look, having a alternate look for the client. Like, what if we did this and give you kind of something fun, But if you're turning down every single trend, I don't know about that.
I feel like just honesty, as always. Even if someone does bring in a new trend, and you're not sure how to do it, rather than trying it right that second and maybe making them unhappy and making yourself frustrated, maybe be like, I love it, I'm gonna practice that, and then next time you come in we'll plan for it.
Right.
Or we won't if I can't master it. There's nothing wrong with saying like, oh, I haven't done that yet, let me try to get my version down. Right. And then we'll see what we can come up with. But I think that's where people get frustrated from the client side.
Yeah.
When you're like, yeah. And then
no problem.
And they're like, that's not what I asked for.
It took me 5 hours and it's not what I asked for. No, I like that.
Yeah.
And if you can get clients into the habit of sending you pictures prior, if it's something different than you're not normally doing, that's always good too.
Or like having a couple options, like, oh, I have that. Or, if it's a dimensional look, I don't really have the time for that today, but we can do this instead.
It's like taking away something from a 2-year-old. You're like, oh, that's really cool, but look at this. Don't you want this?
This one's cool though.
This one's cool. This was fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys liked it. And if you guys can think of anything else you want us to sit and talk about with wine, let us know. Thank you guys.
Thank you.